Number 2 is going to red. Number 3, Cabot. 6'3" senior, number 4, Aiden. Junior, number 5, Anthony Brown. 5'10" senior, number 23, Brandon Jackson. And now, let's start around for your Cabot at guard, 6'2" senior, number 0, Brandon Wilson. At guard, 6'2" senior, number 4, Ray Brandon. At guard, 6'1" senior, number 5, Parker Gray. At guard, 6'6" senior, number 12, and at center, 6'5" senior, number 23, Andrew Thompson. Your fans,
Good evening and welcome back to this Panther broadcast. This is the last game of the Cabot Classic. I am Gab Mahoney doing the play-by-play with Caden McBride doing the color. Anything you'd like to say about the last game, Caden?
Well, you know, they really did play pretty good, and obviously Parker was the main scorer for the Panthers. He had 22, so we expect a lot from them and Parker leading this team in this game.
Yeah, a good 20-point win by the Panthers yesterday. Jump on now. We have Andrew. Andrew wins that one. Okay, we do have the tallest man on the court. Didn't even try to get that jump ball. Now Parker dribbling, pass it out to Maddox. Brandon in the corner, back to Maddox, back to Parker. Pass fake. They're playing a zone here, so it's going to be pretty similar to last night's game, which was against Lake Hamilton, who also played the same defensive set. That one does go out of bounds. I think Panthers will maintain the possession. Yeah, we have Parker Gray passing in the ball now. Hits Brandon. Brandon goes straight up with it. Airballs that one, but rebounded by Andrew. And he goes up with it. We could just call that one an alley-oop.
Yeah, you know, you definitely expect a lot from Andrew. You know, he's obviously a very dominant center. So you expect him to get a lot of rebounds, a lot of pressure. As the pressure comes, what is the verdict? Oh, the verdict's going to be away ball.
That was amazing defense by the Panthers there, though. Crowd is getting hype. Making with the ball, pass it to number 5 for them. He goes up with it, misses. Rebounded by Andrew. Andrew, we pass that to Raekwon. Raekwon gonna be dribbling down fast. He's double teamed a little bit. Brandon with the ball now. Goes straight up with that 3. Ooh, missed barely. Now, Brandon is one of our best three-point shooters, so you think he's going to make those, but that one is sadly off. Now we have Burns with the ball now, getting trapped, double team, good defensive set by the Panthers. Now Brown with the ball, passes it to Macon. Back to Burns. Good defense by Maddox, but that one does go in. In my opinion, Maddox is the best defender on this team, so I did not expect that one to go in. Now Parker dribbling up the court, passing half court now.
That was just a great shot, just way to elevate up over the defender.
Parker does get a little bit strapped right there. That is good defense by Robinson. Raekwon with the ball, pass it to Andrew. Andrew at the top of the key, hits Brandon. Good screen by Andrew. Raekwon passes it to Parker. Parker is going to get pressed a little bit on number 5 for Robinson. Andrew with the ball now, drive. 5 seconds left of the shot clock. Brandon's going to pass it to Andrew. Andrew's going to have a buzzer-beating shot. Oh, that one misses. Good defense there, but we did get that open opportunity. That one sadly does miss. Now 23 now for them. Jackson with the ball. Good defense by the Panthers. Number 2 shoots that is missed. Good defense by Brandon. Rebounded by Andrew. Raekwon with the ball now, passes it to Brandon. Brandon's getting picked up by number 2. That is Rath. Now Andrew with the ball, pass fake, hits Parker, good screen. Parker thought about shooting, it doesn't. Raycon with the ball, top of the key now, hits Maddox. Maddox dribbling around the defenders, looking for an open teammate, hits Parker. Parker getting played tight defense by Robinson's Anthony Brown. Now Parker does go up with that contested shot, good shot by Parker.
You know, he's actually such a menace on that drive. But you also have to respect his shot at the same time. He's just such a hard player to guard.
Yeah, Parker is great when he gets his contested shots. He misses more, he makes more than he misses. Sorry about that. Now, corner shot for Robinson. That one misses. Almost rebounded by Andrew. They call that one on the floor. I think they're calling a foul on Andrew. It looked like he was trying to get that rebound and grab his opponent.
That was a great shot by number 5, Anthony Brown, but they all can't fall.
Now a little trick play doesn't work out for them. 23, that is Jackson for Robinson. Try to hit Andrew on the back and then gets his own shot. I mean, if you're going to do something like that, almost a little taunting, you got to make that, am I right?
I mean, of course, but, you know, that was obviously a very smart play by him.
Maddox with the ball now, passes to Brandon, then hits Andrew. A little pass fake, hands off to Maddox. Maddox passes to Rayquan. Rayquan hits Parker. Parker with a contested 3. Ooh, that one's barely off. Good shot by him. Burns with the ball now. Passes that one to Rath. Back to Burns. Burns with dribbling with Brandon contesting him. Hits 23, and again, that is Jackson. Passes it to number 5, loses it a little bit. Brown passes it back to Burns. Good defense by the Panthers. Robinson looks a little lost. Amazing defense by Andrew to cause that miss, but it is almost rebounded by Parker. Parker misses it, rebounded by Robinson, and they're calling a travel. Amazing defense by the Panthers. What a sequence, am I right, Caden?
Of course, you know, I think that whole sequence started with Rayquan tipping the ball away, so they had to regroup, and they didn't have enough time because there was such amazing pressure coming from this team.
Now Parker to take his time and dribble up the court now. Hits Brandon. Parker the ball, calling out the play. Hits Andrew. Andrew, 2 people on him. He is strong going up with that. They're calling that one a foul. I think he is shooting 2. Yes, he is getting 2 free throws here. Hoping to convert these to make it a 6-2 game.
That was great IQ from Andrew, just to see that they were kind of running a modified 2-3 zone, and he just saw the opening, went up, got the ball, drove in, called the foul.
Rayquan has the ball now. He hits Brandon. Brandon shoots that one. That one's missed. So I guess they were not shooting free throws there, even though I thought the refs did say that. I guess I was wrong. So Robinson has the ball now with Burns dribbling it, passes it to Jackson. Jackson's in the corner, tight defense by Brandon. He shoots it, Brandon's right in his face, and he does make that. What a shot by him.
You know, that's a very confident shot right there. You know, the defense is standing right in your face, and he still decides to pull up, and he makes it.
Brandon with the ball, hits Andrew in the paint. When Andrew's in the paint, man, I know the defense has a little scouting report on him. Maddox now has a corner 3. That one's missed. Rebounded by Andrew again. Goes up with it, and he converts that one.
Yeah, like you said, he's definitely a player you got to watch out for in that paint. You know, he's such a dominant force. You have to box him out, or else he will get that rebound.
Now, this isn't 100% fact, but I'm sure Andrew has gone a double on almost every single one of these games. I haven't seen a game that he hasn't. Rebounds and points, he is very consistent.
Yeah, I mean, if he hasn't, he's at least been close. You know, maybe 9 and 8 or 12 and 9. You know, he's either been right there or had it.
And they're calling that a push on the back on Robinson, so Cabot will have the ball. Rayquan passing it in. Parker's down the court waiting for it. Parker hits the ball now. Passes it back to Rayquan. Rayquan dribbling it up, passes half court, getting double teamed a little bit. Good defense, almost goes back court. Parker gets it though. Good hustle by him. Hits Brandon. Now they're playing a tight zone right here, so they have almost double teamed every time someone has the ball. Rayquan, little hop step. Ooh, that's unfortunate, but he gets his rebound. But they do call that one out of bounds on Cabot, so Robinson will have the ball.
It was nearly saved by Rayquan right there, but maybe he just had a little inch of his foot step out of bounds. Almost led to a wide open shot by Parker, too. It's unfortunate.
Burns dribbling up the court. Hits number 5 for them, Brown. He's going to be crossing up Parker. Parker doesn't affect Parker with a good defensive presence. Hits number 23 wide open. That is not a good defensive presence by Cabot. Now Isaac Haggerty checking in. He will be dribbling the court. Hits Rayquan. timeout on Robinson. Oh, I'm not sure what they're called, actually.
Official timeout, I guess.
Raekwon is passing the ball. Isaac Hegarty has it now. Getting picked up tight by number 3, Burns. Hits Raekwon in the corner. Back out to Andrew in the paint. Andrew's a presence in the paint. Another shot by him. Very consistent.
Yeah, Parker was wide open in that corner, but it doesn't matter. You know, easy two is an easy two. You take that up, get the easy bucket.
Now Rath with the ball, getting tight defense by Hegarty. He is a sophomore for us, and he is our 6th man. He's doing pretty good. Now, number 3 he's undersized compared to Andrew. They're calling out a foul on Andrew, I'm pretty sure, so Robinson will maintain the ball.
You know, that was an amazing pressure, too, you know, having the double with Raekwon come up, but it's just, you know, you can't bail him out with that type of foul.
Rath looking for a man to pass it into, hits number 4, Macon, then back to number 3, Burns. Burns driving in, tight defense, good defense. Isaac Hegarty picking up this man now, number 5 goes. Andrew is too much of a presence on defense and offense. He's a dog.
Yeah, that was a great drive right there, too. It's just Andrew's too strong. You know, you expect him to be maybe a little weaker, but run straight into him, it definitely knocks the wind out of you.
And as we're talking about it, he goes up with that and gets fouled. Calling that one on the floor, it looks like. Honestly, not sure if I agree with that one. I think he was mid layup.
I definitely think that was continuation. I think he was definitely in the act of shooting when that foul occurred.
But now we have Parker passing it in. Looking for an open man. Hits Andrew. Then Brandon. Brandon back to Parker. Parker a little cross. Spin. Oh, barely misses that one. It is rebounded by Robinson there, driving fast. There's 3-2 drive. Good cross by number 5 for Robinson. He goes up with it, and it's an and 1. Hard fall by Isaac Hegarty. Hopefully he is okay. Getting up, he's all right.
And, you know, on that last possession, I think Parker was a little frustrated. He didn't convert that layup right there, but, you know, that was an amazing drive, amazing move. Just, you know, they can't all fall.
Number 5 taking his time. They are up 1. 20 seconds left of this first quarter. Does make that one. It is 10-8. With that and 1 layup, making them be up for, I think, the first time this game. Now Raekwon driving fast, getting double team full court. Isaac Hegarty passes it to Parker. Parker passes it to Brandon. Brandon's driving back out to Raekwon. Raekwon taking his time. Raekwon hits Parker. Parker at half court now. Screen by Andrew. Parker drives, gets picked up, getting double team. Andrew wide open, gets pressed, goes up with it. And they're calling it a jump ball as that quarter ends. I'm not sure if these refs have a problem with Andrew or what, but I think he should be getting multiple free throws by now.
Yeah, Andrew definitely a little frustrated.
Refs look like they're talking a little bit now.
Yep.
It is a jump ball, even though there is 0.3 left of this first quarter. I think we pass it in and just gonna let it run out.
You know, I think the thing with Andrews, I think they think he's so big and so dominant that they're starting to lead a little edge on the defense right there, because he should be making these layups, but still, I mean, you got to give him a foul if they foul him. You know, it's just.
Yeah, he's going up. My opinion, of course, the rest probably have a better view than we do. He should have at least 4 free throws attempted by now. And I've honestly been a little bit confused on those, but it is all right. It is 8-10. Panthers are down 2. Competitive game. Stay tuned. We have, so far this game, main scorer being Andrew with 6 points, and then Parker with 2. Again, Parker had 22 points, I'm pretty sure, yesterday with a 20-point blowout. Cabot against. That was Cabot against. Not sure. That was yesterday in the Cabot Classic. It was a 20-point win.
I think it was Lake Hamilton, if memory serves.
Yeah, that that was Lake Hamilton. That was a good game by them against Lake Hamilton. Now, as the second quarter starts, we have Hegarty, Wilson, Andrew, Raekwon, and Parker. The same squad that was out here. Hegarty passing in the ball now. It's Raekwon. Tight defense by them. They're playing a very tight man defense now. Hegarty crossed up at his defender. He is one of the best ball handlers on this team. Showing what he can do. Passes to Raekwon. Hits Brandon. Brandon taking his time. Back to Raekwon. It's Parker now. Parker gonna be driving. Contested layup. Almost makes it. Gets his own rebound. Then Robinson gets it. 23 for Robinson. That is Braylon Jackson. He'll be going up with that, and he does make that.
Wow, he's a really good driver when it comes to being contested. I mean, I think that's his second or third contested layup he's hit this game.
Hayward with the ball at the top of the key now. Hits Parker. Parker slowing it down on the wing. Crossing up. Slowing it down, getting guarded by number 11. That is Sidarm. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Now Brandon driving. Contested layup. He does not hit anything with that one. Rebounded by 11 for them. Goes up with it. Parker looked like he tried to draw a charge. Refs didn't like that one. And so Brown does get that easy bucket. Now Hegarty dribble up the court.
We got a couple subs trying to come in. Next dead ball.
Here he gets the ball in the corner. He's driving. Goes up with it. That's missed. So Robinson will have the ball back out to number 5, Brown. He's going to be passing it to number 23, Jackson. Jackson going to take a wide open 3, and he does make that one. Easy bucket for him. That is making it 17-8. Not a good run to start this second quarter after it was a very competitive first. Parker with the ball now. Andrew setting it a screen. Parker tries to go up with it. They looked at it, strip it from him. They're calling that timeout, Robinson. So now we have a full new squad coming out for the Panthers after this timeout. It's going to look like. Now a good run for Robinson, and Panthers need to fix something. If you had anything to say about it, Caden, what do you think they need to fix?
Well, you know, it's the small things really. I think you gotta tighten up your offense. Maybe secure your position on defense a little bit more. It's just the small things leading up to this type of run that that Robinson is exploiting.
As the huddle breaks now, looks like we have Max Scott, Bragg, Peyton Alley, Jake Veazey, and Carson Woodall to start this off.
They're definitely trying to get their starting lineup, their first lineup, a little break. Maybe the second group can cut that lead down a little bit.
Wide open shot for number 2.
And 1. Chance for a 4-point play.
Yeah, not a good start for Peyton Alley. 7 in and instantly giving them an and 1-3. Almost had a chance to get 4 points. We don't see that too often. Very uncommon, I would say. And that is Gunnar Rath for Robinson. Shoots this free throw. Makes that one 4-point play. Well done for that young man. Alley with the ball now. Hits Veazey. Veazey taking his time, getting pressed a little bit full court. They throw the ball, and Jackson intercepts that. Now we have number 5, I think, up with that shot, rebounded by Alley after he misses that. He's getting double teamed. Veazey has the ball. They need to get this up the court fast. There we go. The ref's calling something, not exactly sure.
At first, I thought it was 8 seconds, but now I'm not sure. I don't really know what just happened.
The Panthers will still have the ball. Veazey passing it and hits Alley. Back to Veazey. Veazey taking his time. Veazey hits Bragg. Bragg is very consistent with the first point being from a 3, but Max Scott shoots that corner 3. His first point is going to be a 3.
Yep, there's going to be a little push to get the Cabot offense rolling.
10-point deficit for the Panthers. Hopefully they can have a good run coming soon. Burns for them, passes it to Rath. Rath crossing up the defender, number 11. Shoots that, misses it, rebounded by VZ. VZ juggling the court, loses it a little bit, gets it back. Slowing down, trying to drive. Looks like the defender might be a little stronger than him. They're calling that a foul on the floor, and Panthers will still have the ball. Max Scott gonna be passing it in for them.
Definitely a lot of contact down on this floor this game.
Rath is subbing out for number 24, Aiden Nelson. Aiden Nelson, I'm pretty sure, is their tallest player on this team.
Woodle with a very questionable shot right there.
Jump ball, Colton Bragg, good hustle from him. Robinson will have the ball though.
At least on the upside, the next jump ball will favor the Panthers.
Burns with the ball now, passing half court, getting picked up by Carson Woodall. Number 5 in the corner. Dribbling around.
Ooh.
Carson Woodall with the steal, passes it to VZ. Oh, yep. Defensive bump. Gets him on the ground, and they should be calling that a foul. Shooting 2.
That should be on the floor, I think, yeah.
Max Scott passing it in to Peyton Alley on top of the key. VZ shoots that from on the wing, misses it. Rebounded by Brown. Brown's gonna be dribbling up the court, coast to coast. He spins, passes it to 11, then back to Jackson. Almost stolen. Number 24 with the ball in the paint. Good defense. He doesn't know what to do. Good check in this game. Crowd getting loud. 24 back with the ball. That is Aiden Nelson. And now number 3 has it. Caleb Burns. Caleb Burns gets picked up by VZ. Almost intercepted by Carson Woodall. Number 11 going up with it, misses that one, rebounded by Scott. Scott's driving fast at the 2-on-4. Woodall waiting for his team to get down here. Peyton with the ball. He is also a pretty good three-point shooter. Wouldn't mind if he took one. Now Woodall slowing it down. He's getting picked up by Brown. He's driving, passes it to VZ in the corner. He drives back to Woodall, hits Scott. Scott drives, goes up with it. And that's on, I mean, a little bit contested, but that's an open shot. So now we have Burns with the ball, getting picked up by Woodall. With sit arm with it, back to Burns. He's gonna be slowing it down. Panthers playing a little zone now. Woodall trying to get on his defender. That's good defense by Panthers, making number 5, Anthony Brown, hit the bottom of the backboard. Now Alley. Bragg with it in the post. Little post move. Misses that one.
And we've had quite a long sequence here without a bucket from both sides.
Now Addis is slowing down. We have our original starting 5 waiting to check in on this next. We have VZ picking up his man. Burns crosses. Mid-range shot, easy wide open shot for him. I don't know what the defense was doing, almost staring at him, thinking he was going to miss it.
Yeah, no, he definitely loves those mid-ranges, as we saw earlier in the game. He hits a very contested one to start off the first quarter. He definitely loves those mid-ranges.
Now we have Woodall getting picked up by Burns, calling for a man, gets Scott. Scott dribbling around, hits Alley. Alley with the ball now getting picked up. Bragg, post move, post fade. Let's see what he got. That one goes in.
Rattles in. I think he wanted a foul there, too.
Yeah, some refs would have called that an and one, some wouldn't. It's just how good he flopped. Now 24 with the wide open shot, missed it, rebounded by Bragg. Number 24, I don't know what he's doing, man. Aiden Nelson, that is not good for you, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe he thought he was a little further away from the hoop. I don't really know, but that was interesting.
Scott with the ball now, getting picked up. Carson Woodall, wide open 3 in the corner. Let's see what he got. Misses that one. Getting picked up by Bragg. 24 with that rebound. That is again Nelson. Now Jackson with the ball. Passes it to Burns. Burns passing half court, getting picked up by Woodall. Woodall having a great impact on defense. They hit Brown. And I think they're saying he went out of bounds. No, they're calling that a push.
You know, I think that might be the second 3 he's pump faked wide open. That's interesting. Maybe he's not as confident
Now we have our starting five come back in the game again. That is Maddox, Parker, Andrew, Brandon, and Raekwon. Let's see what they can do. Down 10. I know they hope that they can get this game back.
Yeah, at least that second group, though they weren't able to close the gap, they're at least keeping the gap at 10 for this starting lineup. Ooh, way bad miscommunication there. It will be Panther ball. Raekwon on the inbound.
Good presence. Raekwon passing it into Parker. Parker will be taking his time, getting picked up at the half-court line by Brown, but then he passes it to Wilson. Back to Parker. Parker dribbling at the logo right now. Good screen by Andrew. Parker driving. Ooh, good shot by him, but it does miss. Raekwon almost getting a steal. Burns dribbling fast. Makes that one. Offensive goaltending. Number 24 has I can see that cold spell under him right now. Offensive goaltending, I don't know what he was doing, honestly.
Yeah, you know, it's in that winter season. He might have that Christmas takeover.
Now we have Raekwon with the ball. Pass get to Wilson in the corner. Wilson does a little jab step, hits Andrew. Wilson trying to see what coach wants. Calling the play that he had. Wilson crossing left, back right. Oh, it gets stolen, but it gets taken back by Andrew. Back to, Maddox in the corner. Parker at the wing. Little pump fake. Oh, man. Bad sequence for the Panthers. You got to be better on their passes.
Raekwon's a little frustrated there. Gets a good foul. It'll be Robinson ball. You know, they had such a good chance right there. They had a defender jumping. They had a bunch of rotations missed, and it just bounced off Raekwon's knee. Easy turnover for the Panthers.
Burns with the ball out, passing half court, getting picked up by Parker. Burns is trying to drive, gets clamped by Parker to two in the corner. He makes that one again. That is, I'm not sure exactly, but I think that is back-to-back contested threes for him that he made. Parker tries to get a shot off before the half ends, does not go. So to end this half, it is 13 Panthers, 26 Robinson. Hopefully they can do something this next half so it doesn't get too out of hand.
Yeah, no, like you said earlier, Roth, number 2, that his only field goals have been threes, and obviously that first one was and one, so definitely are going to have to start watching him on the catch and shoot.
And again, I am Gab Mahoney doing the play-by-play, and we have 9 minutes to this half. We'll see you after it ends. have to figure something. I feel like everyone's struggling with it. Yeah, I mean, Ben's Good evening and welcome back to this Panther broadcast. It is 13 Panthers, 26 Robinson. Hopefully the Panthers can do something to get this game not too far away from a win. I have Raekwon passing it into Parker to start this off. With Robinson pressing, hopefully it doesn't affect us too much. Double team on Parker. Hopefully another man comes, hits Brandon. Back to Parker. Parker's getting pressed tight by number 3 for them. That is Burns again. Raekwon with the ball now. Back to Parker. Parker's driving. Goes up with it. Passes to Maddox. Maddox to Raekwon. Double team on Raekwon. Back to Maddox. Maddox is passing to Brandon. Then Andrew with the ball now in the paint. Goes up with it. Off the backboard. Nothing.
And, you know, based off of that first possession, it looks like maybe Coach Campbell or, you know, Coach Smith, maybe they have told their team maybe to space the floor out a little bit more, because it looks like they had way better floor spacing that time, maybe to just pick apart that zone and find the open man.
Yeah, I'm sure they had a good talk during the halftime. It is, they do have double the score the Panthers do right now, but it's nothing crazy. 13 points is nothing in basketball. Now there's another one. That is number 2 that scored that. That is Gunnar Rath. They have Parker dribbling up.
Yeah, that'll be his first 2-point field goal of the game.
Manages the ball now. Hits Brandon. Brandon driving in fast. Goes over the layup. Contested layup. Good shot by Brandon as the crowd is getting hype.
Definitely great IQ there to see that the three's not there. Raekwon with the steal.
Raekwon driving. It is a 1-on-3. He goes up with it. Ooh, almost an and-one play.
And it is an and-one play. They're going to call the blocking foul there, so he'll go to the line for 1.
Did he make that shot?
Yeah, that was the and 1. He will shoot 1 at the free throw line.
No, they're shooting through that. That did not go in. Almost looked like it did from our angle, so he's going to be shooting 2 here. Misses that first one.
That's interesting. Would have bet money that went in. To be fair, I was looking at the ref, though.
Shoots the second one, and that one does go in. So it is 16 Panthers, 28 Robinson. Number 3 is going to be driving to the court. Burns passes it to Jackson. Jackson, the tight defense by the Panthers. Good double team. Jackson with the ball now. Being picked up by Parker, passing it out to the corner for Rath. He goes out of bounds, but hits Parker with it, so it is still going to be their ball.
Yeah, that's definitely good IQ by Rath right there to see that the trap is on the baseline. You know, they call that coffin corner because it's so hard to get out of that corner when the double team's there.
Now Brown with the ball. Good defense by Maddox. Trying to cross. Can't get out of Maddox's locked area. Now we have Brandon. Parker picking up now on Jackson. Jackson his little spin fade, and he does make that one buzzer beater right there.
It definitely seems like this, whatever the coaches said for the Panthers, they definitely have a surge of energy on defense the start of this half.
With this 14-point game, hopefully the Panthers can have a good run going on. Now Parker passes to Raekwon. Raekwon's getting trapped a little bit right now. He hits Andrew. Andrew's on the dunking position, tries that little post up. Almost gets by his defender. Pass out to Parker. Parker with an open 3. There we go. Crowd's getting hype. Parker Gray with a nice 3 right there. That is 5 points for number 5. Now double team.
Running that full court trap is definitely running to a T. Just cross court. No, but like I said, that defense is definitely putting so much pressure on the ball. It's definitely making it hard for this Robinson offense to know what they're doing.
Now Brandon with a spin move fade. Calling it a travel, though. Not 100% sure if I agree, but
it seems maybe the ref thought that he took his pivot foot up before he did the spin.
Almost a triple team, I would say there by Panthers. Number 2 with the ball now, passing it to 3. Burns taking his time. Brandon Wilson guarding him tight, goes up with that, and he is hot from that mid-range. He has a good little mid-fade on him.
Definitely got to guard that dribble pull-up from him. It's definitely devastating for a defense.
Raekwon dribbling up the court, passing half court now, see what he can do. Crosses, screen by Andrew. Andrew drives. Raekwon also drives with him. foul. Panthers will maintain the ball. Parker passing it in now. Finds Brandon in the corner. Brandon shoots it right away. Misses that one, but they are calling that a foul.
A little too much contact in the hand area from Rath to Wilson. You know, Wilson's one of the best three-point shooters on this team, so you definitely have to guard him, but hand a little too close to his hand, affecting the shot a little too much, and he'll shoot three.
Yeah, and 2 games ago, Brandon did have an amazing game, getting 17 points. I would say around 4 3-points made, almost consecutive. He was excellent from 3 that game. So he's shooting these free throws now. He has 2 points so far this game.
Yes, that game he was definitely crucial to the Panthers winning that game.
He does make this first free throw. Shoots the second one. Makes it 1 more to go with a 3-point opportunity from the foul. Taking his time, he is pretty consistent from this free throw line. Makes that one too. 100% there, he's doing great. 5 points for him so far. Byrne dribbling to the court. Now Brown with the ball. Showing off his moves, seeing what he got. Passes it to Jackson. Jackson shoots a 3. Misses that one. Rebounded by Wilson. Hits Parker. Parker driving up the court. Parker calling it. Cross by Parker. Double team. Passes to Andrew. Andrew showing a big body in the paint.
Ooh, shooting 2. Or, no, that is going to be on number 2, Rath. I believe they're going to call this on the floor. No, they're lining up. He's going to shoot 2.
Now, the refs do look a little inconsistent. I would say that first quarter where he got fouled twice and they didn't get no free throws, now he's getting these free throws, but that is still great. He has 6 points so far this game. Makes that one. It is 23-32. 9-point game, single-digit lead for Robinson.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Andrew's still the leading scorer for the Panthers.
He makes that second one as well. Now, no Panthers are in the double digits this game, which is pretty surprising. We normally have either Parker, Brandon Wilson, or Andrew in double digits, or sometimes all of them are having a great game like that, but everyone is in single digits in this third quarter. Oh, good pump fake there. Corner 3 missed. Rebounded by Andrew. Andrew driving fast. Hits Brandon. Brandon driving now. Slows it down, waiting for his offense to get set. Shoots a 3 though. That one is missed. Rebounded by Maddox. Maddox hits Andrew. Andrew hits Brandon, slowing it down now. He's on the logo, trying to set up a play. Hits Parker. Parker hits Maddox. Maddox to Raekwon. Raekwon to Andrew. Andrew, big body in the paint. Let's see what he can do. A little spin on him. Good left-hand layup.
The leading scorer going back to work for his 10th point of the game. And this Robinson team is definitely feeling this pressure from this Cabot defense.
Yeah, number 2 now in the corner. He misses that one. Hasn't made a lot since that first quarter where he had pretty good. Now Andrew, let's see what he can do one-on-one. Misses that one, gets his own rebound, goes up with it. Good Panther hustle, make that back-to-back points for Andrew. And if you count that free throw, that is back-to-back points.
And they are fired up.
Benson crowd getting hype after that one. That is a good run by the Panthers, making it a 4-point game, 28-32. Panthers still down, but that is a good run.
Robinson is definitely looking for a way to combat this type of run, because it's devastating when you're up a good margin and then they just start storming back like you didn't even have a lead in the first place.
Yeah, whatever coach had to say in halftime definitely worked. Doing pretty good in this third quarter, coming right out the half. Let's see what else they can do. 30 seconds left this timeout.
Yeah, this coaching staff definitely did an amazing job to power up this defense to make them pressurize this Robinson offense that's been, working to a T that first half.
Now with our starting 5 still in the game, pretty evenly across the board. Andrew having the most, having 12, and then 5 for Parker, 5 for Brandon, 1 for Raekwon, and then Maddox having 0 so far.
You know, and that type of scoring outcome just comes from making the right play, finding the right man on the open looks, and just playing well, really.
And come out this break, it is still the same 5 for Cabot and for Robinson, it looks like, as well. Robinson has the ball, if I'm not mistaken. It is Jackson passing it in with number 3, Burns down there. He has definitely been an impact on this game, with him having 6 points and then Jackson having 12. Burns taking his time, dribbling, getting picked up by Parker. Fake screen by Jackson. Burns looking for someone to pass it to. He hits 11. That is Sidarm. 5 drives fast, almost blocked by Andrew.
And they're going to call an and one on the tip-in.
He's shooting one here. Honestly, I'm not sure how he fouled him when Andrew was facing the other way completely. So,
yeah, that was interesting. I would have bet money that it was on another player, but I guess Andrew was a little too close. I don't know.
So with Jackson shooting these free throws, he has 14 points for them. Does not make that one. Rebounded by Andrew. Now Raekwon dribbling up the court, getting pressed by Burns. Hits Wilson. Wilson getting double teamed. Needs to pass the half court fast. There we go, Andrew. Jackson with the ball in the corner, calling a travel.
Took a little too many steps to get in rhythm.
Too fast for himself there. Happens. See that in high school ball a lot, honestly.
Yeah, definitely took too many rhythm steps to get his feet set.
We have Maddox picking him up tight, full court. Now number 2 in that corner. He is pretty hot from that corner. Now we have Burns back, top of the key, resetting the play. Jackson with the ball, passing to number 2 in the corner. Once again, shoots that one, misses it. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's looking to pass it to number 2 once again, open on the 3. Now hit another corner man. Misses that one, rebounded by Andrew. What a defensive presence by Parker Gray there. Now Raekwon dribbled the court, getting picked up by Brown. Cross, nice cross, almost loses him there. Wilson with the ball now, screen by Raekwon. Brandon, good post work by Brandon, but it does not go in. Rebounded by Andrew though. Oh, hard fall by Andrew.
Definitely very physical down there this game. They're just trying their best to stop him, but it's just, you know, there's only so much you can do. He's going to go back to the line for another 2.
And once again, he does have 12 points, hoping to make it 14 now. Hoping to make these 2, so make it a 4-point game. It is currently 28-34. Panthers are down 6.
And he's shooting these free throws because the Panthers have made it to the bonus. So any foul will result in free throws.
That is pretty good for the Panthers. They only have 2 fouls, with Robinson having 5. Now, Hegarty subbing in, and Max Scott with Parker and Raekwon subbing out. Now, Isaac is honestly having a pretty cold season, not making a lot of the shots he is taking, but he has been a pretty good ball handler. I know he wants to score just as bad as everybody wants him to see, too, so hopefully he can have a good game so far.
Yeah, he definitely does an amazing job setting up the plays for this second group.
Levin with the ball, driving, is blocked by Brandon Wilson. Rebounded by Andrew. Wilson dribbling up the court now. Andrew setting a screen, driving. Gets handed off to Maddox. Maddox setting up the play. Screen by Andrew. Wilson with the ball now, seeing what he can do. Pass this Max Scott in the corner. He drives, hits Isaac Hegarty, and there we go.
You know, that was great defense there by Robinson until they let that backdoor cut go, and now it's just that just bailed out their whole defensive possession. I mean, you play defense for what, 20 seconds, and then you just let a backdoor go. That's easy too.
Now, good shot from Isaac Hegarty. Like we were just talking about right before he scored that, he was having a little cold season and now scoring a whole lot. And there we go, 2 points on the board for him, being in the game just a few minutes.
And this Panther defense is still in this full court trap, so they're going to try and put as much pressure as they can on this ball.
Burns with the ball, passes to Jackson. Jackson passing it fast, number 24. Number 24 for them isn't having a very hot game. Jackson gets the ball again, passes it out to the corner, and that's number 11, Sidarm. The
Still a 2-possession game with 6 points difference.
Stolen by Jackson. He has a wide open drive. Does some wide steps there for the little legs he got. And so we got Brandon dribbling up the court. Paxton Maddox there playing tight defense. Pass pick by Andrew. Hits Max Scott in the corner. Let's see what he can do. Max Scott barely misses that one.
Oh, tips it right to Andrew for the and one.
And one by Andrew there. Like I said, when he's in the paint, he's almost unstoppable.
That was a great play because sometimes when you know you're not going to get the rebound, the best thing you can do is tip it to your teammate, especially when he is Andrew Thompson and, good 2 or 3 inches taller than everybody else on the floor.
Yeah, he is indeed the tallest player on this court right now at the 6'5" that he stands.
Definitely a momentum swing right here if he can make this.
Misses that one. Almost offensive rebound by Hegarty. Jackson dribble up the court, getting picked up by Hegarty.
Shot clock turns off for the third quarter of play.
I'm sure they're going to take their time, not wanting to get the Panthers to score any with a 6-point lead only that they have. So they're going to take their time. Got number 5, Brown driving, hits Jackson. Jackson hits hit arm, hits a little fadeaway. And that is the end of the third quarter. It is 33-39. For the Panthers to get this game back in a grasp, what do you think they'd have to change?
Well, right now, I think they just got to, maybe stand their ground a little bit better on defense because right now their offense is rolling pretty well. And I think, honestly, they got to get a nice pick and roll with Andrew and Parker, and I think that's their best chance is have Parker drive in, Andrew roll next to him, and I think that's their best offensive set to run and win this game.
I'd have to agree. Parker being a pretty good ball handler, getting a mini assist a game, and then Andrew being almost unstoppable in the paint. Currently has 15 points, and they can't stop him without fouling him. So he's either going to score, get an and-one, or just get fouled.
And obviously Parker's, one of the most versatile scorers on this team. He can do anything from shoot a step back 3 to take a contact layup on the biggest guy on the opposition's team. So that type of offense with Andrew next to, especially if they go over the screen. I mean, it's a 2v1 at that rate, and neither one of them are going to make a bad play in that scenario.
Robinson will have the ball now. Coming into this game, we have Peyton Alley, Max Scott, Maddox, Colton Bragg, and Isaac Hegarty. So a little bit of a switch on the 5 coming out now.
And like we said with that PNR, I think the PNR is still probably the best option here for this Panther team, even without Parker or Andrew in the game, just to, get a solid offensive set. And you might be able to run a fade with Colton Bragg too, because he's an amazing 3-point shooter.
Yeah, even though he is a big fella on our team, he can shoot that ball. Number 4 shooting this for them now. He makes that one. That is a nice shot by him. That is Aiden McCain. Isaac Harry to dribble the ball to see what he can do.
The lead is back to 9 as this.
Harry with the ball. Bragg is wide open. Max Scott is in the corner, also wide open, but there we go.
That's a great little teardrop there by Bragg just to put the defender in a weird spot there.
And that is one of the few games that his first point has knocked him off of a 3. He is very consistent with getting 3-point shot made as his first points of the game. Number 3 shooting a 3, makes that one top of the key.
Robinson's on a 6-0 run with 2 back-to-back 3s to start off this fourth quarter.
Playing a tight defense. Alley open. Alley pass to Hegarty. Hegarty passes back to Alley. Alley's a pretty good 3-point shooter. He shows it right now. Ooh, misses that one. Almost rebounded by Scott, but number 3 while the ball burns. He's passing it. Pass it to McCain. McCain's going to pass it to Jackson.
Great job there by Alley to get his feet set. He knows he has the size advantage. He's going to try and get an easy layup on top of you. So you just set your feet, wait for the contact, take the hit. Easy call.
Now we have the starting 5 coming back in with Alley still out here.
I mean, yeah, you have Alley making a play like that. You can't sit him on the bench, right?
Now we have Hegarty dribbling up. They have 2 people on him. He's going to look for Brandon, hits him. Brandon's looking at Parker. What would he do? Hits Hegarty to Parker. Parker going to shoot that wide open 3. Misses that one. Rebounded Rebounded by Sidarm.
Ooh.
By Hegarty. 4 points for him now.
Great job to sit in that lane and make the offense uncomfortable. Wow. Great play by Haggerty.
Good press by him to score, and having a good game so far after I was talking about him, hoping that he'd have a good game. So
maybe you got a little magic under you.
Parker picking it up. Burns taking his time, dribbling around, and getting picked up by Hegarty now. They're playing a zone. Good defense by Hegarty. That one is missed. Rebounded by Sidarm. He shoots that one, misses it. Rebounded by Gray. Gray's getting pressed hard by Nelson. Now Wilson with the ball. Alley now to Hegarty. Back to Alley. Alley, let's see what you can do. Oh, misses that one. 0 for 2 from 3 for him. That's not what you see very often coming from a good three-point shooter from him.
Still an 8-point game. This Robinson team trying to extend that lead.
Almost stolen by Wilson. We have corner. Now we have Burns with the ball. He's been having the ball most of this game. Double team by him, pressing him hard. Hits Jackson. Jackson hits Sidarm. Back to Burns. Good defense by Parker Gray and Brandon Wilson. Spin does nothing. Jackson with the ball stolen. Stolen by Alley as the shot clock ends.
And you know, that type of situation, I don't really, you don't really like that to be a shot clock violation, because I mean, you got Andrew running the break right there. He's wide open, and that shot clock violation kind of takes away the transition.
Yeah, with Hegarty getting that still right as it ends. I mean, good defense.
Yeah, obviously you get the stop regardless, but still, I mean, you want that transition chance.
Calling a foul on the floor there, getting too aggressive with Andrew. Like I said, they can't stop him without fouling him. And I think they are. No, never mind. We have Gray shooting it, or passing it in. It's Andrew. Andrew loses it a little spin.
Wow.
Almost makes that, calling it a travel. Multiple travel calls this game. See what, and that was by the ref that was over here by us. So if anyone saw it, 3 refs on the court, it would definitely not be him.
It's definitely interesting, the furthest ref making that type of call.
Stolen by Hegarty. What defensive presence by him. He's doing pretty good this game. Got Hegarty dribbling down the court. Hits Gray. Gray shoots that one. There we go. Parker Gray making it a 5-point game.
2-possession game with 4.5 left.
Yeah, 4 left in this fourth quarter. Now they're going to call a timeout. Hopefully the coach has something good to say to get these last points. With 4 minutes left, I'm sure they're going to keep their hot players in there. I'm sure Parker and Andrew, Isaac Hegarty is still going to be out there. I'm sure they have some plays to get them scoring. With 40 seconds left of this timeout, I would like to say that Andrew does have 15 points. Hopefully he can get 20 this game. I'm sure he has 10 rebounds by now, getting most of the rebounds this game. Having 20 points and 10 rebounds would be pretty good for him. He is pretty consistent getting those double-doubles as we were talking about earlier.
And even on the other side, the other number 23, Jackson, he has 16. And so he's rivaling Andrew's 15-point game.
Huddle breaking now. Coming out, we have Parker, Andrew, Brandon, Scott, and Hegarty. Max Scott and Hegarty are both sophomores that have a pretty good impact on this game, with Hegarty being the 6th man on this team and Max Scott being right behind him. It's going to be Robinson's ball to start.
We're going to get right back to that full court trap.
Yeah, we have 3 people waiting about at the half-court line.
Definitely love to have that that pressure on the ball.
Jackson with the ball now. He's driving. Hits number 2 in the corner. He's
Wow.
blocked by Parker. Crowd loves that one. Getting hype in this very tight game with 4 minutes
Same with
left.
the bench. The bench is standing up. Standing ovation from the bench.
Andrew getting tight here. Now Parker picking up Brown. Burns passes back to Brown. Brown getting good defense.
Ooh, hard. A lot of contact there, but he'll earn him at the line.
They're calling that foul on Andrew, but it was a good block by Isaac Hegarty if it did count. Isaac Hegarty is having a pretty good defensive game so far with 4 points on the offense as well. So we have Anthony Brown shooting these free throws, taking his time. He currently has 5 points in this game. Misses that first one. Lights are too bright. 4 minutes left in a tight game like this. I'm sure he's nervous out there.
We got Jackson and McCon. I don't know, one of those back there.
They're gonna get this fast. A fast break. All right, Parker gonna be dribbling down. Both teams do have the same defensive setup. We have Andrew going up with that, misses it, gets his own rebound. Good hustle by him. I'm gonna be honest, we could have saw a foul. I'm sure everyone in this arena agrees. Now, we don't have the replays like they do in the professional leagues, but if we did, I'm sure Coach would definitely want to use that.
I guess they said that was a clean block. I'm not really sure. That's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't even see a hand on the ball. It looked like all arm to me, but we have Brown passing it to Jackson. Jackson getting pressed hard by Wilson and Hegarty. Now, Burns with the ball, passes it to number 4. That is Macon. Rebounded by Wilson. He's dribbling up fast. Hits Andrew. Andrew gonna pass half court. Pass it to Parker. Parker's gonna slow it down, set up the offense. Little fast drive by him, going up with it, wide open layup.
Oh, you don't see that a lot. And what a rebound there by Thompson, just to stay in position. Knew the ball was coming right to him. Take it right back up.
Yeah,
keep it high right there.
With that good wingspan by Thompson, that's what we like to see using it. I mean, we don't see Parker miss a lot of wide open layups like that, but even if he does, we have a great player like Andrew in the paint, ready to get those rebounds. Currently have 17 points, 3 away from making the 20. They're calling a timeout now, full minute timeout.
I mean, he nearly hit a 3 earlier this game. You don't see that very much, but
now with it being 42-46, Panthers are down 4. What do you think that coach is telling him right now?
Well, I mean, since they're both running the same defensive set, you just got to make sure if they give you that chance in transition, you got to make that break. You have to make the most of your chances. You have to get the best shot possible, and obviously, you got to create turnovers.
I have to agree, and with any Panther fans that also are watching yesterday's game against Lake Hamilton, Lake Hamilton had a similar zone defense, and we did win that game by 20, and what we did was we shot the ball fast. I mean, we're going to be open on that three-point line for around 2 seconds with this defense. So if they just get it and shoot it fast, we're going to have we're going to get some points.
Yeah, I mean, at this time of the game, you definitely don't want to be pump faking wide open threes and trying to get a 2. You just want to take your open shot. You might not get a better shot than that.
And coming in, we have Wilson, Scott, Hegarty, Andrew, and Gray, the same 5 that we had out here. And with this, like we were talking about, I mean, if I had people to shoot, I would have Gray, Wilson, and Scott even, both, all 3 of them pretty good three-point shooters. Now good defense by Andrew.
That's definitely, like I said earlier, that coffin corner is very devastating because, I mean, you don't have anyone to pass the ball to. You just got to make sure they can't get a hand on the ball, and that's very difficult whenever there's 2 people on your right and left. In
a tight game like that, I'm sure coach did not want to waste one of his timeouts right there, but he had to in a position like that, like he said, in the coffin corner. Yeah, it's very hard to get the ball out of there whenever you pass the ball in there. So I think next time around they're going to be a little more hesitant. Maybe think an extra time or 2 to pass that ball in that corner. Now. They will still have the ball here. Cabot will be on defense. Now, what a great defensive possession last. Hopefully they can convert it. Yeah, they're going to pass it up high. Saw their mistake and fix it. Now we have Hegarty picking him up. This is Burns with the ball getting. Now Parker. Now Max Scott guarding. Now Burns back with the ball at the top of the key. He's going to be dribbling around trying to find an open man. Burns back with the ball now. Passes that to Rath. He is a pretty good three-point shooter for them. Misses it. That is rebounded by Wilson. He has, I would say, around 6 rebounds this game. He has gotten a lot more than he normally does. Almost backcourt violation. Loses the ball a little bit there. Isaac Hegarty with the ball. Going to be driving, a little hesitation. Hits Scott wide open in the corner. Max Scott barely missed that one. Rebounded by Andrew.
And he throws it off of him. That should be Panther ball. They're going to call jump ball? No way.
We should still get the possession even if it is jump ball.
Yep, nope, it'll be Panther ball. I believe it was out on Robinson, though. I don't know about a jump ball.
Yeah, but we have Hegarty with the ball atop the key now. Gray in the corner. Like I said, they need to get those shots, shoot them off fast just like he did. That's a good shot, but he did miss that one off the front.
Maybe he was a little off bounce.
Number 4 for them, that is Aiden Macan, taking his time, hits Burns. Burns is going to be dribbling this ball, I'd say probably 90% of the game. Now Rath with the ball. He is pretty good three-point shooter. Make sure to stay tight on him. Now this is Brown, back to Macan, back to Rath, and he does make that corner 3. He has made all his shots from the same corner this game.
He loves that left corner.
Hager drilling up. Brown playing tight defense on him. Isaac Hagerty doesn't have a problem with tight defense because he has amazing ball handle, I will have to say. Wilson driving.
Definitely need these points here. These are pretty important. 7-point lead.
With 7-point lead, 1:20 left. They need all the points they can get. And I will say he is probably pretty confident on this free throw line. He makes more than he misses.
Coach is actually so confident he's going to tell the rest of his team to just get back and stop transition.
Number 2 is getting forced to sit down. I don't know if he was fouled out or the refs told him to, throwing a little fit over there, not liking the call. So with that, we do have 11 subbing in, and that is Sidarm. Brennan makes that first. I heard that switch from there. Beautiful free throw. Taking his time on this one. I'm not sure if he wants to make this one or purposely miss it. I will say there's no rebounders down there, so he's definitely going to make this one. Misses that one, though.
Regardless of the outcome of this game, the Panthers have played amazing this game on defense, offense. You know, it's just the small things that you got to get better at to win these type of games.
Burns with the ball getting pressed hard by Panther defense. Burns back with the ball. Driving on Parker.
Nearly gets it taken away from him.
Calling a foul on Parker Gray.
It'll be side out. Robinson ball.
Max Scott subbing out for Raekwon.
Still a 6-point game. It's definitely still possible.
Jackson's passing it in. Hegarty with the interception. Looked like a football wide receiver out there. Passing it. Beautiful play by Hegarty and Parker.
That'll make it a 4-point game. Timeout Robinson.
Now, even though he only has 4 points, what a defensive presence that he is having this game. He is carrying the defense on his backs right now. Multiple steals, even a block, even though he is probably the shortest on the court right now.
Absolutely, and I mean, he's just been a presence. You know, this team's been trying to avoid the whole game, and he's still in them lanes, and he'll get those steals. If he's in the lane, he's getting that steal. You know, like you gotta watch the lanes if he's there.
Yeah, and like what an interception by him again, jumping up high, catching that.
Definitely very impressive out of him, out of a young guy.
And then the sophomore hitting the senior Parker Gray on the same wavelength there. Parker driving as he sees him going up for that steal, and so he's there when he gets it, and he was on the ground, passes off the ground, a wide open layup, making it 45-49, 4-point game.
Definitely great effort, great pass vision from Isaac Haggerty.
Robinson will have the ball. There's Jackson Lee passing it into them. I'm sure they're going to be looking for Burns. Hits them in the corner. They're going to be taking their time. There is 40 seconds left of this game with a 4-point lead they have. They're going to be doing as much as they can to make sure Panther does not score. Jackson has the ball top of the key, getting guarded by Parker. Good double team. Burns has the ball. Raekwon on him, playing tight defense, and they need to do something. They can't just let him waste all this time. Ooh, good steal.
Interception.
Parker driving, hits Andrew. See what he can do. Andrew with a tough layup, making it a 2-point game.
Again, a timeout by Robinson.
Now I'm sure they're nervous. Panthers down to 16 seconds. They need to pass it. I'm sure Panthers going to be pressing hard on this, trying to get a steal.
Yeah, you definitely need a turnover here from the Robinson team if you're the Panthers.
And
on the opposing side, if you're Robinson, that is the one thing you don't need to do is turn the ball over.
And I'm sure the Panthers might even consider fouling whoever gets the ball. There is still 13 seconds, I'm pretty sure.
My guess would be they try and go for a steal first, maybe get a bad pass, lead it out of bounds, but no, for sure, if that ball gets in safe, they're fouling.
And again, what an amazing play by Hegarty, getting that steal, passing it, and I think that just like a little momentum shift, because then after that, getting another steal, and Andrew going up with that tough bucket, and Andrew does have 19 points. Parker has 10. Both of them do average, I would say, double-digit points, and I'm sure Andrew has double-digit rebounds as well. Parker getting close to double-digit assists. He is, I mean, that's what you want from a guard. You get as much assists as you can and points. He is a main scorer, and you be passing that ball as much as you can.
Absolutely, and you know, Gavin, that type of turnover right there from Robinson really just gives the Panthers it gives the Panthers, like, you know, last chance on life here.
We do have a different person passing the ball. This Aiden McCain passing the ball now.
Definitely want as much height as you can on the inbound.
Good press. Oh, they do not need to leave a man open like that. 11.8 seconds. They're calling something.
It's going to be a foul side out.
Now Panthers only have 3 fouls, so they have to get 2 more to get into trouble.
Which is honestly good for them. They have a couple chances of getting that ball.
A couple chances of a steal. Pushes him on the ground, getting the foul as fast as he can. Hurt his knee a little bit there. That is Jackson for them. He is doing pretty good. He has 16 points. That is their main scorer. Now, honestly, I mean, we don't want to see a player hurt, but in this moment, that might be the best scenario for the Panthers, their main scorer being hurt. And as you probably heard from the crowd, they have one more chance to get a steal. 10 seconds left. A 2-point deficit.
Everyone's just running strict man-to-man. Make sure there's no chance that the ball could get in easy.
That is their 5th foul now. Only wasted 1 second, doing pretty good to get that foul as fast as they can. They're going to be shooting free throws. This is number 3. This is Caleb Burns shooting his free throws, and he has 9 points. He has been their main ball handler. He's been a decent scorer for them as well.
And right now, you don't really need him to miss both. Right now, you're just praying he misses one.
I'm sure he's nervous. We do have our student section behind them being as loud as they can. Even though it is a Saturday, they do have a small student section with us. I'm sure you can hear him louder than you can hear me. Still does make that one.
The first one.
That's not what the Panthers want to see. I'm sure they were hoping and praying that he missed both of them. Now they're going to regroup. I'm sure he wants to drain the second free throw, but I'm sure he's also going to be very nervous because this is to make sure they get this win. As the Panthers are down 3, a 3 could tie it up, which is the best scenario for the Panthers. I'm sure they're going to be, or maybe they're either going to make it or they're going to purposely miss it to try to waste as much time on the clock as they can. What do you think, Aiden?
You know, I think it depends on, since we don't really know how many timeouts they have, I think it depends if they have a timeout or not. If they don't have a timeout, I would purposefully miss it in this scenario. Because obviously your team is still standing back there making sure there's not a transition, opportunity. But if they do have a timeout, or if they don't have a if they do have a timeout, then it doesn't really matter in this case because, they get the rebound. They're going to call that timeout regardless if you make it or not.
Yeah, as there is no Robinson players there for a rebound, they're definitely not going to try to miss this. I'm sure you can hear the crowd louder than you can hear me doing everything to make sure he doesn't make this, but he makes it. That is now a 4-point game. 9 9 seconds. It's still not impossible if they go as fast as they can. Isaac Harry driving fast, getting picked up. Wide open, actually. Passes to Scott. Let's see what he can do, Scott.
And he makes it. What a shot.
There you go. Bang, Max Scott making that a 1-point game with 2 seconds. Now I'm sure they're going to press as hard as they can. That's what we like to see from Max Scott. Now he is a sophomore. He's probably our best shooting sophomore as he gets decent varsity minutes. I'm sure that's exactly how they wrote it up. Max Scott in the corner. That's what I saw right before they came out here. Raycon was coming in, but the coach switched to Scott, and then Scott was in that corner waiting for him.
And, you know, I think, honestly, if you're the Robinson right now, I don't think that's the best. I think you have to switch up your offense right there. I think if you run a 2-3 zone, you're asking for a cross-court 3.
Yeah, I'm sure they might even have the closest pass they can in an inbound right now.
No, yes, for sure. This is easily the biggest possession of the game. A turnover here could lead to the whole game being ruined for this Robinson team.
The Panthers have had excellent defense this game. 2 seconds left of the game. Let's see what they can do. We have 18 seconds left of this timeout. I'm sure they have a play ready, and I'm sure they've practiced many times on practice. I mean, this scenario comes up more than you would think. A 1-point game, very tight all game.
And, you know, like I said earlier, regardless of the outcome of this game, you still got to be proud of your Panthers. They played amazing. They played amazing defense. They played amazing offense. They just played outstanding all around.
They are passing it in under the goal, and they have Aiden McCain passing it in. I'm sure they're going to either look for Jackson or number 3, and they're going to foul him. Only wasted 0.6 seconds on the clock. That is honestly amazing. That's probably the best scenario, even though they had to foul him. Even if he makes both of these, it will be a 3-point game. And
definitely a great job here by the Panthers.
He's taking these to see if he can hold his nerves. Like I said earlier, he might try to miss it. There's only 2 seconds. I don't think they can get down the court in 2 seconds. But we do have crowd getting hyped.
Oh!
Misses that first one. That's what we like to see from the Panthers. Crowd is too much for him. Even if it is a Saturday, the Panther fans have still showed up to do as much as they can.
Student session's going crazy. He misses both. Oh my gosh, no way.
Probably the worst scenario. Rayquan misses the ball on the inbound.
Wow.
1-point game, could have a full court heave. And that's going to be the ball game. It's going to be a 50-51. What a great game by the Panthers, though. Lost by 1, but I mean, what else can you do?
It's an unfortunate way to lose. However, it was an amazing game for both sides.
And again, thank you for tuning in. I'm Gab Mahoney doing the play-by-play today, and Kaden McBride doing the colors. This game ends 50-51. Thank you for tuning in.
Congratulations. And thanks for your attendance.